Hey, Doc. Before the game, Michael Malone had talked about how what stands out about Brook defensively is his intelligence. Just what do you see about the way that he took on the challenge against Jokic tonight?
Yeah, he's just exactly what Mike said. He's a very intelligent defender, uses his length. He knows what he can't do. I think we're understanding what he can't do, and we try not to put him in those positions. Plays at that little drop, but not all the way dropped. It's a tougher player, maybe the toughest player in the league to be in any kind of drop with, and yet Brook stopped the ball and got back a ton. So that's pretty good stuff.
And then with help out there, Giannis just kind of roaming off of Aaron Gordon. What'd you like from Giannis?
I just love Giannis. When we can get away with it, we want Giannis on someone on the other team that can just roam. Like when he's, I guess in football free safety, he'd be amazing free safety. I mean, he does a great job of roaming around, and he got to one steal from the backside. He's always at the rim. What it gives us is we always have rim protection, either Brook or Giannis. Now that our guards are up in the ball and we're taking guys off the three, taking them off the three with rim protection creates in between contested shots. That's what we're trying to do.
So I guess off that, a 5-19 stretch where they don't make a field goal, end of first.
Yeah.
To the second, which obviously flipped the game, and you never trailed after that. So what was key there? I know some of this is what you just talked about.
I mean, they missed some shots, too. First game on a trip is always hard. But I thought just our intensity, we were flying around. We were in the bodies. We were running guys off of shots. We were pulled in, a lot of deflections. That's the thing that's rose over the last 4 games. You can just see the deflections just rising, which means we're actually close to a guy, guarding him and playing more physical, and that's what we have to do.
I know Jamal didn't finish the game, but what did you like about the effort there to kind of stick to him and not let him get going?
Yeah, all of us. He killed us, right, the other night, and we showed – pick after pick after pick that we just melted on. And, Malik and those guys, they heard it enough. I mean, they were sick of it, obviously. But we showed them the game before, the other night, where we didn't get picked at all. And then we follow it with just running in the picks. And, Murray's going to make tough shots anyway. But if you're going to run into a pick, he's really going to make them. I thought we did a great job getting over picks and fighting over.
I think this is the first time all season you'll have held back-to-back opponents below 100 points. Just what's been the key? Is it just the steady progress you had seen earlier?
Just steady progress, believing in your D, trusting it, clarifying it, what we want to do. As I said, 5-6 games ago, Don Shula, if you ever read his book, if you have time, it's a good book. But he always talked about the fastest player is the one that doesn't have to think. And the more we can get our guys to know exactly what we're doing, they can play at full speed. And that's what we're trying to do, simplify so we can play with fire.
Similar question to that, but obviously we talked about that Denver game being your first game compared to this one.
Yeah.
What are the things that you're most encouraged by or biggest changes?
I thought that just the two-man game defense with the pull-in help. They may have gotten a back cut. I'm not sure. But they got a bunch of them in the game the other night. DJ got 3 row lobs. We took all their lobs. They didn't have one tonight. So we took all that away. With the deflections that we got was really nice as well. And then I thought offensively, we played with a pace, and the ball kept hitting the paint, and the guy driving the paint wasn't necessarily looking to score, he's looking to pass. And I thought we did a great job of firing the ball.
Hey, Coach, I know Dame, kind of frustrated early on with the foul trouble, but what'd you like about his resilience? And then obviously a couple nice passes there to Giannis as well.
Yeah, he's just Dame. It's funny. I wasn't even worried about him much other than he was close to getting the tech. Another one, I was worried about that. But Dame's a professional scorer. You knew the third quarter was going to be his quarter. We played the first play out of, for him so we can get him going. But he didn't. I really probably didn't need to do that, honestly. I think he was the guy going on his own.
When you look at how you guys are spacing the floor, I think there's a couple cuts where it opens up somebody for a dunk tonight, or Pat gets that baseline cut. Just what have you seen from the guys making those cuts
just
at the right time?
again, they're starting to understand it. And as I said before the game, you have Giannis and Dame on your team. If you stop looking at the ball and look at the guy guarding you, and right when he turns his head, we talk about it every day. We have our coaches do it. They turn the head, you got to reposition. When they turn back, you're no longer where he thought you was. It's not that hard to do, but I think, most people are taught to look at the ball. I don't know why the ball. You can see the damn ball. If you move and cut, you can get every shot you want. And our guys are doing that. And give Dame and Giannis, they're passing the ball. They're hitting guys that are open. That's important.
How much do you think you've actually worked on defense, like the limited time that you've had with them, practices or shoot-arounds? Is it 75, 80%?
Yeah, probably high, like 70% for sure. We just had to. It's more just clarifying, getting everybody on the same page.
And when you say clarifying, is that when you talk about roaming things, when to gamble a little, when to leave your guy, when to rotate?
Being in the right spot, knowing who's the rotator. A lot of debate. That's the only thing that I saw. It's too much debate on, let's do this. I get it, but at some point there has to be a way. And so we really clarified it. We had a couple today that were bad gambles. We had gambles we got away with that we'll show on film that in a big game, you don't do that. That'll lose a game for you, And so we just got to stay to it, and our guys are doing that. They've bought in defensively for sure, but now we have to get really good at it. We're not there yet, but we're getting better. Thanks, guys.